Hey, Princess Metasolaray here, and we are in a happy-go-lucky match with Riot's two is reworks. The Volibear rework and the Fiddlesticks rework both in one game, so let's see how we can go ahead and manage to go against them. So, one of the first things we're looking for, guys, is always make sure that you are not late to your games. Like, even as late as I am, could completely throw off this potential invade. Back off, see if we can bait him into walking into the bush. Well, he didn't follow me in this, so... And I'm probably dead. Yep, I'm dead. I don't have fly. Oof. They were all sitting there on the corner, and even though I tried to flash away, it was no point. They were three there standing. They knew we were there, and they countered us. Sucks for me. Is what it is. Please don't leave me without a flash. Come on. I need a leash you, dude. Like you can't just stay up there and watch me. Come on. Nope. Good, we got a leash. No, mine looks like we got blue card. Oh dear. Well, guys, you're gonna sometimes get those kind of bad early games. If you don't get a leash, just smite your first bluff, get your monkey's jelly rolling, and just farm. So hopefully, we'll focus on getting back in this game. We'll be just all right. All right, guys. So since we burned our ghost early, we're gonna go ahead and look to try to get both scuttles. Fiddlesticks already appeared in the middle of the river. So he kind of ganked bot lane, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually go ahead and grab the first scuttle, and then we're going to go hightail it to the other side of the map, grab the second scuttle, and we should be in a really good route. We already know where Fiddlesticks started. We're going to go ahead and try to focus on countering that play. Really moving along. You already know we're here because we killed a control ward, so what we're just going to do, I'm going to give him a little happy-go-lucky note, and long. Still have a smite. We'll smite for this. Fine. We don't know where Volibear is. There's no reason they'd be running towards me if they didn't have a Volibear, by the way. Zero reason they walk towards me if they didn't have Volibear in the wait somewhere. Go ahead and just, walk away from that fight, and we got actually a good CS lead over Fiddlesticks, so that's really good for us. We're gonna clear this camp, try to get a good back in, and then we're gonna actually try to kill Volibear. We have red buff, we have ghost, and very high likely that he's going to try to do something. So we're gonna try to get him Gangplank out of there. Don't think I want to use up. Fine. We're just trying to get him out. There we go. We don't want to pick this fight. He's still in there. Alright, he's leaving. Good stuff. We're just going to continue building up that CS lead we have right now. Like, this is really good for us. So even though we had a bad start, playing off top lane, giving him a little bit of that pressure he needs so he can get some good safe backs in. Fiddlesticks is still trying to pressure him up, so we're going to go ahead and counter that. Go ahead, shove it in. I block. Fiddlesticks tries to flank him. I'm right here. Like, you see, like right now we're just shadowing him. Shadowing, good stuff. Don't have to do anything too crazy. We just shadow, let him do his thing, and then once Volibear leaves, we leave, we get our things done. We're like, okay, you're good, I'm good. Good stuff. So one of the biggest things that you guys have to understand is understanding lane matchup. So in this game, I don't want to go anywhere near bot lane. Sona is one of the weakest lane assist supports in the game. Actually, the game before this, I had a Sona support with Dark Harvest against a Leona, and any gank I went down there was just resulted in my death. So the main thing you have to learn is sometimes, guys, it is better to just not gank a lane, because that lane is such a miserable gank for you to try to pull off successfully. It's just, you're more likely to make things worse than make things better. So in this game, I'm just focused on, I'm gonna help the lane I can, which is top and mid, And I'm going to help bot lane by, removing pressure off the map, getting dragons. And occasionally, if I can run down bot lane, clear a couple of wards, awesome. Awesome sauce. But, I'm in no rush to go ahead and do these things. I got the early dragon. Rift Herald is spawning soon, so I'm going to work my way up there. And then again, I can start shadowing top lane once more. And, see if we can make a play off that. Because the primary thing here is we want to go ahead and get our GP nice and ahead, our GP or TF nice ahead, and they'll help our bot lane eventually. They have global ults that are very powerful. They can definitely make some momentum. Kind of like this. Boop. Alright, no flash. This is really important for me to know. So close. Good job. That's actually really good information for me. That means no flash top lane, so we can definitely look to make some momentum up there. Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and catch this XP mid lane. Since TF is... Oh, no, TF is here. Got it. If you didn't have TP then, you'd want to go ahead and grab that CS so it's not being wasted. But he's there. No reason to take what it's not... What doesn't need to be shared, and we're good to go. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and give mid lane blue buff here. It is going to make me a little bit weaker. But the point is, what we're trying to do here is we want to make sure that we give TF as much of a possibility to shove in his lane as possible. We don't need blue buff. We don't really need blue buff to be efficient in what we're trying to do here. And it'll give our mid lane just a little bit of bonus he needs to go ahead and shove that wave in for success. Shadow top lane. We're going to grab this fruit. And what we want to do is, before we attempt a gank, we're going to go top lane first. That didn't spot me, so I'm really good here to power play. It's okay. Did the best we could there. Did the best we could. Took in a lot of damage, but, we burned Fiddlestick's flash, his ult, and we traded 1 for 1. And, if it's my death, it's perfectly fine. Because a Fiddlestick's ult is definitely worth it to give my GP even a bigger lead. And as you guys see right here, we still have a 20 CS lead on him. So, KDA definitely looks bad, but we have an XP lead on him. Have momentum. We're definitely doing really good this game. So right now, I just have to keep what I'm doing right now in mind, and we're definitely gonna go ahead and get a nice clean ride. We have actually a really good bot lane. They hit level 6, so they've hit the point where they really start picking up in lane. And that's what we're doing. We're not trying to force anything bot lane. We don't want to force anything bot lane because, frankly, for us, like I mentioned, it is going to be one of those coin flip lanes. You guys are gonna get those in sometimes, and you just need to understand when a lane is gonna be a coin flip lane. And do your best to make sure the enemy jungler doesn't influence it if possible. But after that, hands off and let that thing kind of run its own ship. Alright guys, so right now what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and start looking for this objective here. And what we're going to do, since they just put a ward in, they already know we're here, guys. There's no reason we don't force this thing right out. And then pop it. And we're going to go ahead and leave it alone. We want to leave it alone because 2 reasons. Number 1, that's why. They're collapsing on me. That very likely means that Fiddlesticks is hovering this area. So it's a really big risk play for us. We don't want to go for those kind of plays. While we do want to get the Rift Herald for our teammates, we don't need to fight it right now. So what we're going to do is wait until my laners have pressure again. We're going to come back up here. I'm going to sweep this area. And bam, look at that. We actually catch out 3 wards. Beautiful, by the way. Fiddlesticks is bot lane, so I misjudged that. He got a double kill bot lane, so unfortunate for me. What this means is that we're going to lose the Infernal Dragon. It just, that is what we're going to trade, but we're going to go ahead and take a little, we're going to trade for it. We're going to make sure we get something out of it. You guys can't let, those kind of plays happen and then say, all right, well, I'm not going to do anything for it. Make sure you answer somewhere on the map and then grab an objective somewhere else. I don't know what your plan here was, but it doesn't seem like it was a bright one. All right, I'm going to ghost after him. There we go. And we're going to stun him. And we're just going to keep on fighting frontline to frontline. Alright, let's go ahead and rush this tower. So, the bot lane's definitely rotating. Fiddlestick's definitely kind of inted there. I will, I'll gladly take it. We're gonna go ahead and grab some farm first. No rush. Grab his farm first. Get a little XP lead. You guys know the thing that I said that what's been my real big asset here is just getting that nice XP lead. We maintain it. For Rift Herald, guys, as I said, if ever possible, try not to summon Rift Herald immediately when you're getting a tower. If you're looking for First Blood Tower, get some plates first without spawning Rift Herald. Then when you're on that last plate, go ahead and spawn it. There we go, just like that. That way, Rift Herald is always going to guarantee 2 plates. You can, and any plates that fall from Rift Herald charge, if the tower is still up, is going to have a lot of resistances, making it really hard to push through. Don't put yourself in that kind of predicament. Get the plates first, spawn Rift Herald so you can take 2 plates guaranteed, because no matter what health it is, it will always knock out at least 2 plates. Okay. And let's go ahead and grab that, grab this, and look at that, we have a really nice back. We're going to sell our refillable potion to get us a control so we can start trying to track down Fiddlesticks in his jungle. And, as you guys see, my early game definitely was a little bit of a struggle. We had that first intentional, that first really int play. And what ended up happening in that play is what I should have done is I should have ghosted in. Because with going ghost, I have a low cooldown summoner. I should not be afraid to go ahead and use ghost frequently to give myself an advantage. But since I didn't use it, I didn't have the tenacity or the initial move speed to run out of there. I can't really blame TF because it looked like a good play. I agreed to that play, and I take responsibility for that. There's no way I can, I can't blame him saying, "Oh, TF, you lured me into a stupid bait." Dude, I chose to make that play. Whatever I want to say after that it's a moot point. So, we're at this point, we're just going to play off our allies. We're going to, make sure that we're going to be the enabler to their success. So that's why we're going to be going the Stairs Gauge Gargoyle Stoneplate build. Against Fiddlesticks, guys, one of the biggest tools you're going to always want to look for when against Fiddlesticks, especially the rework Fiddlesticks. Well, first is make sure you join team fights. Alright, let's go ahead and get on top of this. I don't think I have the slow resistance to pull through. Yes, I do. There we go. Awesome sauce. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn around. I am not following that any further. GP's got it. Either GP's got it or he don't got it. Alright, I'm going to stun. We're going to hit him. She's going to get slowed by Sona. Beautiful job. And CC lock, and there we go. Easily done. Buffed our targets accordingly. Our teammates held out. Amazing job by them. And what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go ahead and deward this area. And, Fiddlesticks is dead. We're going to go ahead and try to punish him a little bit more by grabbing more of his farm and building up that XP lead. The Talisman's not going to burn it off. I misjudged it. Should have done one more auto attack on that. We're going to take the blue buff especially. Fiddlesticks is still an AP jungler. Relies on cooldowns. And if we can deny him blue buffs, deny him XP, he's their strongest player by far. So we can definitely make sure we deny him resources so he can't get back in the game. Because one of the things, guys, when you have a lot of laners like this, you have a lot of laners who are very strong. Now, it happens, guys. It does happen. You get the winning laners. Miracle, I know. It does happen. What you need to look for is deny the enemy jungle his farm. So he's forced to, if he wants to try to carry the game, if he wants to try to carry the game for his teammates, he's forced to take his allies' resource. Alright? I mean, you guys can chase me, but you're going to fight over the same XP. I'm okay with that. So, if you make them fight over the same resource, they're going to be in a weaker spot because they have to take, like, look, he has no choice but to take XP and CS from his laners to try to remain strong. He doesn't do that. Well, what ends up happening is then, well, he just falls behind in XP. As you guys see, even though he has 421, I'm 422, the amount of our CS difference from me taking resources from him, having more efficient clear paths in my early game, allowed me to have a 2-level advantage on him. His levels are, I have more raw shielding, I have more base stats, and I'm going to have a lot more gold to play around with. And that is kind of that little arrow's edge that you need to really get a big boon in your early game. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and run this guy down. I'm going to wait till his thing runs down, runs out of movement speed, and then we're going to just kind of, we're just going to follow him to death. There we go. We still have a little bit more movement speed, and we're done here. Oh, hey, look, hey, Fiddlesticks. Hi, Fiddlesticks. There you go. Game should be pretty much over at this point. Because right now, we are just building up ourselves to really start tanking up. Our early game looked really bad, but now we're just punishing the enemy team. And one of the things you guys can notice is that as the game started feeling more and more out of the enemy team's hand, haven't you guys noticed that their play has slowly deteriorated? Like, you can really start telling that they're losing their momentum, they're losing their courage, and to be honest, it's NA solo queue. They're obviously probably flaming each other. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, their fights are getting sloppier. The Victor is out by himself. The Lulu's just kind of wandering around. And honestly, what loses a lot of games. Our game is definitely like a single team fight with Vayne getting me, or Fiddlesticks getting me, Gangplank, and TS's all bounties. Could easily turn the game for them. But they're losing that. They're losing that kind of. They're losing that will to play. And sadly, that's what's going to probably lose them the game more than anything else. They're not even willing to try. You know, of course, I am no slouch at this. We're gonna go ahead and flank. He just burned his Q. He has no way out of this. He has no way out of here. He's pretty much just dead in the water. Go ahead, smite. I'm gonna stun him. He is unstoppable with his ult. He is out of there. So we're just gonna go ahead and let him go. Bad. Our ghost is almost up, so we don't really have much else to do right now, guys. We're just gonna go ahead and grab Rift Herald so we can look to siege the base with it. I got it. So let's go ahead and just do that. I don't really need teammates' help. I'd rather they go do something, anything else. But I mean, I guess Affiliate really doesn't have much else to do himself either. Oh, he wants the bounty for it. Okay, that's fine. They had Sona get there. I think it's TF who. Alright, go ahead and continue sharing the resources of our blue. Good stuff. I'll be a little careful, don't want to like put an accidental tiger dot on that thing. Then we're just gonna go ahead and farm up. Pretty good. And the game should honestly be over soon. Alright guys, so looks like right about now that we need to start looking to wrap up. So one of the worst things you can definitely do is play with your food, if you will. The term is right. So what ends up happening is a lot of games can be lost when you just start throwing your lead because you get so cocky that you can't lose. Fiddlesticks with his rework has one of the most terrifying ults, and honestly even before the rework, one of the most terrifying AoE ults in the game. The fact that he's still not level 11 is a blessing, if you ask me. So what we want to do here, we're just going to go ahead and break the siege bot lane. I'm not going to go join mid lane because, well, honestly, it's just going to work well or not. I want to go ahead and open up this bot lane for sieging. And right there, we're pretty much just good to go. So I'm going to run down. You have her? Yeah, I got her. She's running away to her teammates. I don't know. But, you know, we're Aftershock Udyr. We just walk into the tower. Okay, it looks like the Vayne just emotionally gave up. So what I wanted to do there, I did want to open up the bot lane for sieging. Because once the bot lane inhibitor falls, guys, it's pretty much just a free Baron. Because you put so much map pressure with that. But it just seems like the Vayne has already decided the game has been open. So I will go ahead and take that win. And we'll consider that a nice clean wrap-up. Alright, guys. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And we're looking for more positivity on how to continue being successful in your games. Even if it's not always, those games don't always start out perfectly. Till next time, apprentices, as always, Doubter.